Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my first ever album review, and I'm probably just going to get it out of the way. This probably won't be the most in-depth look at this album, and it probably won't be the best review you'll ever see, but hopefully I'll just try and give you guys a good idea of whether or not you should be getting this album. And I'm going to be today talking about Capital Cities and their new album called In a Tidal Wave of Mystery. And I've been into these guys for a little while now, probably the last 5 or 6 months I've been listening to their music. It basically consists of an American duo, Ryan Merchant and Cebu Simonian. I think I've pronounced that right. And basically, after releasing 2 EPs, I believe, on the 4th of June, A Tidal Wave of Mystery will be out. And this is their debut album. And they've sort of got this weird mix of genres. It's sort of this disco dance, sort of 80s sort of music with indie rock, synth pop, new wave, indie pop, electro pop, if that's even a genre. It's just a sort of strange mix-up of different genres, but they work really well together. And I thought today I would start just by going over a few of the songs and a little bit like what you can sort of expect from their music. So the first song on their album is Safe and Sound. And you probably most likely have heard of this song if you're watching this video, because this is the song that sort of introduces everyone to this band. It's this sort of really upbeat 80s sort of disco with the trumpet in the background, which everyone loves. This really catchy sort of synth sort of song, and it's just a really good introduction to the band and just an idea of what the band's really about. These guys are very relaxed sort of people. Their music isn't meant to be very serious, and you'll see that when you listen to this song. That's definitely one that I think if you don't like this song much, then you probably won't like this band all that much. So the second song I would like to mention is Patience Gets Us Nowhere Fast. This is another sort of electro-sounding song that is very upbeat. Probably my favorite of the songs from this album so far. Very, very easy song to get stuck in your head, and then you just start listening. Then you just start playing it in your head as soon as you stop hearing it, and it's just one of those songs that just sticks in your head. And I've heard it probably 5 or 6 times now, which isn't that many, but it's enough to sort of, realize whether or not this song has, depth and replay, and trust me, it really does. This isn't one of those songs that gets boring quickly, and I definitely really like the sounds that it's got, this sort of electro upbeat sort of theme, which I really love. So the next song I'd like to mention, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, I probably aren't, it's Farrah Fawcett Hair, maybe, it's probably not exactly it, but once again, it's got this sort of 80s theme, and just when you listen to it, you realize that these guys are maybe have some sort of influence from the 80s or something like that, but they're really trying to add this sort of older generation and combine it into this new sort of sound, and it just works really well. And considering there's only 2 of these guys, complete hats off to these guys, because I'm pretty sure they met in a really strange way, and they both have this amazing sort of ability to just combine their 2 sounds together and make this amazing sort of sounds. So the next song I'd like to mention is Kangaroo Court, and this is actually how I discovered them. A bit of a funny story here, actually. I clicked on them purely because it was called Kangaroo Court, and if you guys can't tell already, I am Australian, so I figured I'd just check these guys out, and I was very annoyed at the lack of views. I'm pretty sure it only had about 2,000 views when I watched it on YouTube, and after listening to it just maybe like half the song, I realized that these guys are awesome, and that's how I sort of discovered them. And it was probably, half a year ago, quite a while ago now, but it's really catchy. This song's really catchy, got a good bass line in it as well, very energetic song. It's the sort of song that just makes you want to sort of dance, just a really good sound, and yeah, definitely that's probably one of the songs that once again will really help you get into this band. So the next song I'd like to mention is Ruse, maybe? I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that either, but this got this really cool sort of French horn, and I haven't heard this sort of instrument used before, but it sounds really awesome in this song, and this song is really sort of unique, and it just has this amazing sound. Definitely one of those songs that just makes you want to dance. I mean, yeah, it's definitely one of those songs it's just really gives it a smile to your face, because it's not one of those songs that takes itself seriously. It's very sort of happy sort of song, a sort of simple beat, but it's very effective, and just a really, really good song. So another few of their songs, Origami is this sort of 80s electro disco pop sound, which is awesome. Tell Me How to Live, which is a sort of, once again, electro sort of style. It's also got this unique sort of mariachi style guitar, which once again I've never heard before. They're sort of adding all these instruments that are just completely random, in my eyes at least, and they just work really well together. Then another awesome song which actually has Sosa, which I hadn't heard of heard before, but she adds this sort of new dimension into the song. It's called Chasing You. Once again, a very catchy, upbeat song. And then the last song in the album, which sort of ties the whole album together, is called Love Away, which is once again very catchy, and it really just tells you about what the whole band is about. It's this really upbeat, you know, don't care about, you know, sadness in the world. It's just that sort of music that just I love. And Merchant was actually quoted saying, in some ways, Safe and Sound is an antidote to the human tendency to think in apocalyptic terms and not really look at the logic of the world around us. Things are getting better and there's a lot to be positive about. And I just love that quote. For me, that just says a lot about Merchant and his personality and really his music. It really reflects on the way he plays his music. And obviously, you know, the world is filled with all this, you know, fear and everything like that, but it never hurts, in my eyes, just to, you know, dance with this sort of music. And I just think this song, this band in general, just really makes you sort of just forget about the worries in the world and just, you know, listen to some good old music. So to sum it up, in my opinion, this album definitely does not sound like a debut album. I really am excited to see where this band's going to go. I really hope they get big. They're a little bit underrated at the moment. Lyrics are quite simple in their music, I've noticed, but it's very effective. The chorus is often simply just sort of saying what the song title is. I mean, it's not too advanced sort of music, but in the same way, it's very effective and very catchy and stuff like that. Very easy to listen to sort of music. Definitely good sort of car music. Very fun and energetic music. Got a lot of catchy beats. And they've also got these bunch of unique sounds as well. This sort of dance party 80s theme without losing this sort of originality, and there's no repetitiveness so far of what I've heard from. So if you're into bands like Walk the Moon, Hate Champ, Strange Talk, Young Blood Hawk, then I definitely think you'll want to check this band out. But regardless of, you know, what sort of music you like, you definitely need to check these guys out because they're very unique, and I definitely think it is a worthy bands to check out, worthy album to check out, because these guys have put something really special on the table in terms of indie pop and this sort of new dimension of music, which I love. This is definitely one to check out and just keep an eye out for, because I really think these guys are going to get big really soon. So I'd probably have to give this album, because I just think it's so unique. It's got these amazing sounds. I don't know if this is biased, because, you know, I've only made one review, but I'm probably going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. Definitely want to, you know, check out, guys, and I, you know, guarantee you'll love this sort of music because it's just so upbeat and just so fun to listen to. So thanks, guys, for listening and watching my first review. Tell me if it sucked. You know, I'm happy to hear, you know, criticism and stuff like that. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and I'll see you later.